Congratulations! It's a fantastic adaptation. I just want to know about the process of writing it for you. How was it when you wrote the novel? How did you feel?
You write a novel sentence by sentence. You're never really sure, and it was a tentative business of using things I knew, say about my mother's sisters, how they talked about clothes, how they talked about dances, trying to imagine all that period. I read a few books about Brooklyn. There's one wonderful moment in a book I read, An Oral History of Brooklyn, where it said that every Italian guy wanted an Irish girlfriend. And that sentence gave me about half the book. So it's funny the way half a book can come from one sentence. But some of the other bits came from that I'd been away myself. I'd been in Texas teaching. And I got sort of lonely. And just that emotion of feeling homesick. When I went home, that was the first thing I did. I wrote Brooklyn.
I think that feeling of homesickness, I think that's one that everyone can identify with. Is that the overriding theme of the film, of the book, I should say, for you?
No, it's homesickness and then what happens. It's the aftermath of homesickness where you suddenly are fine and you start to have friends, have romance, have things start working for you. So it's not, the homesickness is just the beginning. What she doesn't know at the beginning is that that's going to fade. It fades pretty fast for her in the movie, and then her life begins. So it's actually about the beginning of a young person's life and the sort of choice they have to make.
Something I've noticed from the film, and I'm wondering how true it is of the book, is that there are no real villains in it. The two guys that she meets, they're both really good guys. How did you go about
There is a villain. There's a shopkeeper in Ireland, and she's a villain in the movie.
Right.
But what I did want to do was go against expectations and have both of the men decent guys. So that's the choice she's to make is between two good men. I thought that would be new. It'd be real fun to make one of them the badass guy and the other the good guy. But no, I thought of that and then, no, don't do that. Make both of them decent. And so her choice becomes quite a stark, difficult one. So that was why I did that. It wasn't my first idea, but later I thought making one of them a sort of dark creature or a badass guy would be a cliche. Mm-hmm. But there is that shopkeeper in Ireland.
She is pretty bad.
Come on, give me a break, she's bad.
Let's talk a little bit about Saoirse. It must have been, did you have someone like that in mind when you wrote the book?
Yeah, she's a star. I mean, once the camera comes near her, but she's also got a sort of an integrity. And what she works from is that sort of integrity. And the strange thing is she'd never worked in an Irish role before. So, I mean, she couldn't go on. And I'm so proud that I'm the guy that gave her first Irish role. And even being around with her, we just chat sometimes and meet. She's so filled with a mixture of things, but one of them is a real integrity, and she's a really sincere, serious person about her work and indeed about her family, and those things really matter to her. And I think she's used a lot of that in the film. You can see the rawness of that. She's actually exudes that in the film, which is sort of marvellous to watch.
Mm-hmm. Finally, can I ask what it's like seeing the streets that you grew up in, I guess, up on the big screen?
Look, John Street, Court Street, Lord Church Street. I mean, no, who knew? Whoever thought? So it's going to open in Enniscorthy. I don't know if we're going to have a red carpet, but we're going to try. And for the town, it's great.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Pleasure. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You